Update 1.09 hit for Marvel Spider-Man. I will tell you everything you need to know. Insomniac in general also did some interesting things with the Heist DLC that you maybe did not know. We know another new future DLC location, if the changes are any indication. We got some new DLC info and more, so let's get into it. If you enjoy that, then a like would be super appreciated. And let's go. Let's start with that 200 MB update. That is a response to some things that did not really work well in the game. Like there were some issues where some suits would not load their highest detail model. Well, this should now be fixed, as people on Reddit, like Kilo, confirms as well. Sometimes a wrong character model would be loaded during a mission, and that has now been fixed. And this one is really interesting. They took a look at the vent I showed you in a recent video. Thanks to Gentleman Mastermind who reached out to me about this. It's over here on the map, and the patch notes say that they removed the vent, but you actually cannot like enter it anymore. While before update 1.09 you could like get into this vent and check this empty building from the inside. Well, with update 1.09 you cannot do that anymore, because obviously this was not supposed to happen. So curious if Insomniac saw my video and thought, okay, what the heck is going on? Or that they like figured it out through another way. So anyway, first I thought that this could be a future DLC location, just like the museum where the Heist DLC starts. They changed that as well before the release of the DLC, but now it seems like this was just a weird mistake. Well, luckily we have another secret change for a potential future DLC location. This seems to be very likely. So with update 1.08 or the New Game Plus update, Insomniac changed the bar with no name that you can find over here on the map. So this was a picture from before the New Game Plus update, posted by whatculture.com. But if you go there now in the game, we see that a lot has changed. Like we got a legit door now with more gravity, like on the right side next to it. There's also this lock on it now, and we can also take a look inside if you force yourself with the photo mode. We see an arrow that points to downstairs and some things on the floor there as well. So yes, this is really comparable to what Insomniac did to the museum before the DLC release. So I totally think that while the vent I just showed you was random, the change they made to the bar with no name really imply that it will be in one of the two upcoming chapters. And speaking of the future DLC, in a recent live stream, Insomniac played through the first part of the heist and shared some few interesting things that are worth discussing. For example, that none of the DLC suits will have suit powers, like the 3 from the Heist DLC as well. So yeah, that is sad, but after seeing the lack of suit powers for the Heist DLC suits, I was kind of expecting this. We also learned that Insomniac will be sharing a release date for the second chapter called Turf Wars when they are absolutely sure they can hit it. Of course, they internally have something in mind, but they will only communicate it when they are entirely sure that they can release it on that date. So yeah, right now we only know November for Turf Wars and December for Silver Lining, but I think we can already guess what the dates will be. I think it's a safe bet that we will see it on a Tuesday again, just like the Heist, but also because all the DLCs release on a Tuesday, because that is also when the PlayStation Store updates. So looking at the calendar, I think November 20th will be the date. Everything before that seems too soon and would mean the new chapter launches in less than a month after the Heist. And yeah, no need to rush it. It seems like Insomniac can use all the extra time they can get. So my bet is November 20th, so before Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Would be nice to have it out by then, I would imagine. So while I think that's their aim, it can of course slip to November 27th as well, if something just doesn't go as planned. But that would make like the other DLC in December be too close to it. So yes, I think November 20th is when we see Turf Wars, and then Silver Lining on December 18th. So yeah, just my predictions, wanted to throw it out there, but I think that this makes the most sense, all on a Tuesday with like 1 month in between each episode. Before Thanksgiving, before Christmas, I think this really makes the most sense. But yeah, of course, when we know the official dates, I will let you know here on the channel. In the live stream, they also mentioned that the DLC now takes place in spring, with the main game being around October, of course. So time has passed since the story of the main game, and we also saw that in conversations, for example, between Miles and Peter, and thanks to that, the world has evolved as well. So now we'll follow spoilers for the main story of Marvel Spider-Man, although I think you already completed it at this point, right? We, for example, got a memorial for the people who lost their lives during the Devil's Breath crisis. You can find this in the DLC in Times Square. And it's thanks to Crazy Fat Turtle on Reddit for finding it out, and people also reached out to me about this, so thanks for that. Another memorial is found at the City Hall for MVP Officer Jefferson Davis, so you can see this if you visit the location in the Heist DLC. This was shared by Vengeance4126 on Reddit. Then we got a cool little touch at the grave of Aunt May and Ben Parker. If you visit them in the DLC, we namely see that the flowers have changed. Nice find by probably Jimmy Lamb on Reddit. And if you go to the lab from Doc Ock in the Heist DLC, we see that we cannot enter it anymore as the police has it now under their control. So I would imagine that in the Turf Wars and the Silver Lining DLC we will not see any of these small teases, because they will of course be directly after the story of the heist. But yeah, it's really cool that Insomniac did these little twists to really make the world feel more alive. So yeah, I can't wait to continue the story of the city that never sleeps when we know that November 20th release date, wink wink. No, I think that makes the most sense. Anyway, when we know an official release date, November 27th is totally possible as well. Anyway, when we know an official date, I will let you know here on the channel. When a new update drops, I will of course keep you up to date. So totally subscribe for everything Marvel Spider-Man PS4 if you haven't already. And at the end of my videos, I of course share some awesome pictures that you send me. So totally reach out to me on Twitter at JorRaptor. Use the SpiderRaptor hashtag. Instagram can work as well, JorRaptor. Twitter has better quality though, so I would recommend that you go to Twitter, but Instagram can work too. Follow me on both platforms and then share your shots. No more than 4, and the Heist DLC and New Game Plus shots would be appreciated. Because I received a ton of pictures thanks to the DLC launch and of course the New Game Plus, I want to highlight more now at the end of the video, so that gives you more chance to be included and more pictures to look at, so win-win. Let's start with some love for the awesome new Scarlet Spider 2 suit. We got an amazing detailed shot by Monchino, giving a great look at the material used for this suit, thanks to the light shining on it as well. Really cool. With the New Game Plus update, Insomniac also added some new frames, and James Ryan made great use of it, perfectly fitting Spidey in a sort of chill air posture inside this frame. Really nicely done. Photobomb time with this shot from Metal Marvick doing a selfie with the regular Scarlet Spider suit. I love the spotlight like on the perfectly webbed prisoner in the background, with Spider-Man standing there in the light as well. I'm impressed that Spider-Man got the time to do these selfies during these challenges. Anyway, awesome shots. Some cool stuff going on here in this shot from Shadow97 on Twitter. Not sure what is worse, that or Screwball. Well, we now got a combination of that, with Spidey getting ready for a new social post that will likely give Screwball way more fans. Really like this one from Cheeseburger Apocalypse on Twitter, with Spider-Man getting arrested by the police, it seems like. Really love how the picture sort of tells this story, with the officers like holding up their gun as well. Nicely centered, awesome location too. Really love it. We got more Scarlet Spider 2 suit love. I mean, sure, why not? Larry was so excited to get this new suit that he... Okay, just awesome how the webs like fills the full picture. Nice shot. Love me some unique shots as well. We now got Nick sharing one with a reflection of Spider-Man in the building while the background is blurred. I really like this. We need some resilient suit love as well, and Mark got us covered, giving us a really cool look at this original suit with the white background that fits greatly with some of the stripes on the suit. The red really comes alive here as well. It makes me appreciate the design even more. Really cool. Sticker Spidey wants to make a friend with a rat. Really cool use of the stickers, but I don't think that this will work out. Really nice find though. I like the idea. Thanks for sharing, Aaron James. Yes, I can't get enough of the photobomb pictures from the Screwball challenges. This again with a new suit and a very weird move from Spider-Man. But it does make for a great picture. Nice one, Ben. Okay, a photo highlight feature at the end of the videos without the Stark suit is less exciting, so that's why I wanted to include this shot of a civilian in New York who saw Spider-Man jump while taking the public transport. Luckily, he was fast enough with his camera. So nice shot, Brody, and thanks for sharing. Again, subscribe if you haven't already for everything Spider-Man PS4 when there's a new update, when we got new DLC information. I will let you know here on the channel. Or when, of course, new interesting things in the game get found, I will, of course, share that here. If you got awesome shots, totally drop them on my social media at JorRaptor. Use the SpiderRaptor hashtag. You can also reach out to me on Instagram. No more than 4, please. And of course, like this video to support channel. Check out my highlights of the DLC suits, my review of them, and also what I thought of the DLC in general. And I will, of course, speak to you next time. Goodbye.